Kevin Van Rosten lives in the young and Eglinton neighborhood of Toronto. He takes the subway downtown to work and back each day. In the past 5 years ago or so, he's noticed that the trains and stations are often overcrowded, and that this is leading to all sorts of issues. Today, Kevin is heading out of his condo at 8:10 a.m., heading for the Eglinton subway station. When he gets there, there's a lineup leading up the stairs towards the doors on Young Street. The people in the line do not look happy. Kevin remembers that because it's the first of the month, these people are probably waiting to buy Metro Pass. I'll sell the passes and slower. One woman shouts towards the front of the line. The employee in the collector box hears the woman, but keeps doing his work. Other people in the line have various reactions. Most turn around to look at the woman who did the shouting, and some are nodding in argument, while others, like Kevin, look embarrassed that she would shout her through out loud. I mean, it's not like it's rocket science selling passes. Just make change and head them on, come on, says the same woman again very loudly, and if she wants everyone in the station to hear her thoughts. The employee in the collector booth decides to reply. He turns on the speakers that allows him to be heard outside the booth and say, I'm doing my job, thanks. People who want to pay cash on the first of the month will find lines. It's just the way. But before he can stop, the loud woman in line speaks over him. I'm not just the way it is. Other cities have much better systems and they don't rely on efficient humans to sell passes. Other person in the line, a teen boy, claims loudly after the woman is done. Just sell the freaking passes, please. It's not that hard. Kevin shakes his head in disbelief and bypasses the line. He bought his pass yesterday. He can hear the southbound train coming into station, so he picks his pace.
Unfortunately, Kelvin misses the train because the platform is so packed. When he gets downstairs, that he has no choice but to let the people in front of him get on the train, while he positions himself as near to the front of the platform as possible, waiting for the next train to take him downtown. People are jockeying for position. They all want to make sure that they get on the next train. Kelvin feels someone pushing into his back, trying to get closer. He doesn't say anything because he doesn't want to cause a scene. Again, the person pushes into him, and again, Kevin doesn't say anything because he thinks that saying something, even politely and respectfully, may lead to an escalation of emotion. He just wants to get to work in peace. The train arrives and Kevin is one of the first one on. He immediately hit for the opposite side of the train as he wants to be close to the door when it's open at Young Blue Station. Standing next to him on the fire station right to the floor is an elderly woman with a can and a shopping bag. She appears to be holding onto the pole with very out of her strength. Surprisingly, in the seat next to the door, which is supposed to be reserved for people with special needs, a young woman is sitting and also taking up the seat next to her with her purse and lunch bag. She is wearing sunglasses and staring straight ahead, oblivious to the fact that she is taking up an extra seat for no good reason, and that there is an elderly person who could use the seat standing right in front of her. Kelvin and the elderly woman exchange a couple of looks, and it is clear is this look that they both feel the younger woman should offer her seat to the older woman and clear off her bag from the older seat. Interestingly, however, no one said anything. Not Kevin, not the elderly woman, and not anything else. Slowly but surely, the train arrived at the blue station.
The doors open at the blur. Kevin is thankful for the TTC's recent decision to add traffic flow measures at the station, restoring some courtesy and civility to the country's busiest subway station. Have been placed at the north end of the platform where the south and northbound Young Line trains come in to ensure that people coming upstairs at this point from east and westbound blur stations have to walk in a different direction from the people exiting Young trains. Otherwise, there is a huge collision of people heading in opposite directions. This means, in practice, is that people exiting the southbound Young train and who would like to get downstairs to the Blung trains or upstairs to the exit have to take a detour around the wooden barrier, which slows them down by about 10 seconds. Similarly, people coming up from the Blur trains and who want to get on the Young trains have to walk around the barriers about 15 seconds. He is making his way off the train and to the right to go upstairs and exit the station. Kevin witness is an angry looking man knock back one of the wooden barriers and head straight from the Blur train to the Young train. Stupid TTC, the man mutters loudly to himself as he knocks aside the "Excuse me, sir," says a TTC employee standing nearby. "Please respect the barrier and walk to your right. You can catch your train further down the platform." Doesn't say anything or even look at the employee who just said this. But as he brushes past Kevin, Kevin decides to finally say, "Don't you try not just thinking about yourself next time, man. You might feel happy." Glares at Kevin as he rushes by to get on the train. Kevin just exits.